She's thirsty, hungry, and too weak to get up. Cold water is poured on her to try and cool her down, but the animal is too far gone. 24 hours later, she's dead. It's the dry season in Zimbabwe, but park officials say this year it's much hotter and drier than usual. Hundreds of elephants and other animals are dying.
We've been through some pretty bad ones. When you see animals just walking along, elephants for example, and they just collapse on their legs, they don't even roll over, they just collapse and die. It's very emotionally moving.
This is Mana Pools National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the north. People here say the land has completely changed. This is Long Pool, the biggest watering hole in the national park. There's this distinct smell, the smell of death. Over here is the carcass of an elephant, and over there, that hippo got stuck in the mud. It couldn't get out for days, and then it died. And if you look up at this tree over here, there's that white line you can see there. That's where the water used to reach, but now the area is parched. Temperatures can reach more than 45 degrees Celsius, and even the fish are struggling. There are too many animals competing for scarce food and water, and many are exhausted. Volunteers from the Feed Mana program bring in food when they can, including fuel that's in short supply. It costs around $2,500 per truckload. That's a lot of money in Zimbabwe. When the rain starts again, it's going to take some time for areas devastated by the drought to recover. Park officials say that's why they're planning the biggest relocation of animals in the country's history.
Because we have 4 main ecological elephant zones in the country. Northwest Matabeleland, which is parts of Wange, Matets Block, Southeast Loveld, Sebungwe and Mid-Zambezi. Of those 4, 2 are overpopulated. The other 2, the populations are okay. That's why we move them there. Like the project that we are going to embark soon, where we are going to move hundreds of elephants to the northern parts of the country.
Predators and scavengers seem to be thriving in these harsh conditions. The more animals die, the more food they have. Although the parks are government-owned, they receive no government funding. Those working here raise funds through tourism and safaris and by selling some animals to zoos abroad. They're still short of what they need and know they can't save every animal. But they say they'll do whatever they can to help ease animals' pain and suffering and save as many as possible in this spectacular habitat. Haru, Mutasa, Jazeera, Mana Pools National Park, Zimbabwe.